Oh, they finally covered the light.
Yeah, well, I get different stories than what you're talking about. You told me that they were columns, that it looks like they're going to pour cement pool. This young lady said, do you see the columns?
Alright, well, I'll start. This is our 350-gallon saltwater rubble reef tank. How it's kind of formed is coral reefs, when there's high wind or wave action, they'll break off parts of the coral, and that will collect in areas similar to this. This is very similar both architecturally and with the different kinds of animals as what you'd see across the way, a couple miles out. In this tank we have many different kinds of fish, several angels, the French angel and then the cherub fish, which is that blue and yellow fish. We have several different kinds of, we have wrasses, grunts, several different kinds of invertebrates here, including sea anemones, which are actually kind of like a large coral polyp. They do have algae in their skin, which allows them to photosynthesize, so they don't need to always be fed. And then we also have sea urchins, two different types, variegated and pencil, some sea sponges, which are these vertical, long, orange things, and a couple different crabs and shrimp will be coming out when during the feeding. So what we feed them is a krill pellet, and it smells really strong. It does sink to get to the different levels of the tank, so we can feed some of the invertebrates as well as the fish. When I feed them, don't look at the lights, it's really bright and hurt your eyes. We do have to feed both sides of the tank because some of the fish are territorial, such as the flamefish. There's one that owns about a quarter of that side, and then this one owns the rest of it, so it's kind of funny.
Which one's the flank?
Flame. The orange guy with the
they're the
large
bullies?
die. Yeah.
I like that hat. Bigger.
He's not too hungry. He's just letting everybody else feed first.
We also have blue-headed wrasses, and what's interesting about them is they actually swim with their pectoral fins, which are the fins high up on the body, as opposed to the other fish, which like to swim with their anal fin. Additionally, we have the princess parrotfish, and they're interesting in they use that large beak to gnaw on. They actually eat parasites off of the rocks and corals, but they'll create about a large one will create about 10,000 pounds of sand a year.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Which one is that?
That's
that like rainbow one
yep.
there? Oh, pretty.
As you can see, some of the hermit crabs are coming out. They like to get the food too. I'm going to feed the eel now. Excuse me. Now this is a sharp-tailed eel. He's a Florida native, and what he likes to do is he has a sharp barb on the back of his tail, and he uses that to burrow backwards into the sand, and that allows him to hunt for his natural prey, which are shrimps and other crabs. And so we actually feed him pink shrimp like you'd buy at a store. And he doesn't really have great eyesight. It's actually really bad. So he uses those large nostrils, and if you look closely, they actually kind of extend from his face. And he uses those to hunt. And we hand feed him because otherwise, there we go. Otherwise, the other fish would take it. Nope.
Ah, look at that.
Stole it.
Snooze and lose.
And it doesn't hurt to hand feed him because the way he chooses food is he has some large bony plates in his head, and that allows him to crush the shrimp and the crab shells. So.
Now it should be